Hey, Beto. Very excited to be here. Drove 4.5 hours from Topeka, Kansas. So excited. One thing I wanted to ask you is about the maternal and infant mortality rate in women of color. It's a very serious crisis, and I got to witness that firsthand with my 17-year-old niece who is a woman of color, and to see the treatment she received versus the treatment I received as a white woman was heartbreaking. It was so unfair, and I'm also a birth photographer, so I've been a part of a lot of births, and to see my niece doubled over in pain, and it had been 3 hours for her just requesting ibuprofen or Tylenol, and I, as her aunt, just went to the nurse's station and asked, can she please have something for pain? And they said, we're still waiting on that. That never would have happened to me, and that's a fact. And I just want to know, what are you, as our next president, going to do to change this?
Thank you for an excellent question, and for using a very real personal example to illustrate why this is so important, and the disparity in care, even when you get access, which is a challenge, right, in America right now. So we have a maternal mortality crisis. It is 3 times as deadly for women of color. It's not unconnected to the fact that in states like yours and in mine, we have restricted the full spectrum of women's reproductive rights and healthcare. In Texas, we've shut down 1/4 of the family planning clinics, making it hard not just to obtain a safe, legal abortion, but a cervical cancer screening, family planning help. A state that didn't expand Medicaid, you can't see a provider of any kind if you're a woman in some places in Texas right now, and there are mortal consequences to that. But to your point, we know that women of color are treated differently than white women, even when they get care right now. Some of the things that we know that can make up this deficit in care and treatment and outcomes, including beyond universal guaranteed high-quality health care, midwives and doulas and home health care visits, really important, literally a life-saving difference. And then you've got to look at this, the disparity between white infant mortality and black infant mortality today is greater than it was in 1850, 15 years before the abolition of slavery. How in the world can that be? But when you look at just about every institution and dynamic of American life right now, you see those disparities in criminal justice, in the economy, 10 times the wealth in white America than there is in black America. So in addition to better access to care, we have to squarely confront the legacy of slavery and segregation and Jim Crow and racism and suppression that manifest themselves in literally every aspect of American life today. So we've got to take those immediate steps, and then we've got to take that much larger step together as a country. Thanks for making the drive from Topeka. Very grateful. Thank you.